Hi there, it's Mrs. Ferris from Wood Library, and it's time for Twos, our special story program for 2-year-olds and their moms or dads or whoever's looking after them. I'm here, and so is my sidekick, Shrinking Violet, but she's, as usual, a little bit shy. Come on, Violet. It's time for us to have our stories. Can you come on out? I think she can. Come on out. Why, she's a flower, isn't she? Did you remember, Violet? Now, turn around so you can... She's still hiding. Violet, our friends are waiting. Come on. All the way. See? They're watching. Can you say hi? Are you sure? Do you think you could say hi to Violet first and then she'll say hi to you? Okay, I'll count. 1, 2, 3. Hi, Violet. Now it's your turn, okay? 1, 2, 3. Did you say anything? Should we try again? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Violet, we really want our stories, but we want you to say hi too. One more time. 1, 2, 3. I think that's the best we'll get out of her. Shall we have our first story? Since this is Library Week, we're going to have stories about libraries and books. This is called I Like Books, and it's written and illustrated by Anthony Browne. And it's published by Candlewick Press. I like books. Funny books and scary books. Fairy tales. Do you think that's the big bad wolf? And nursery rhymes. Do you recognize him? I believe that's Humpty Dumpty. Comic books. And coloring books, fat books, and thin books. Books about dinosaurs, that's a favorite, and books about monsters, counting books, 1, 2, 3, and alphabet books. Books about space, and books about pirates, song books, and strange books. Yes, I really do like books. Don't you? I hope so. Shall we do one of our finger plays? One that we've done a long time ago. About some monkeys who jump on the bed. I've got my 5 little monkeys, they're jumping on the bed. When one fell off, well, he bumped his head. His mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. So can you fold one monkey down? And you'll have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 little monkeys were jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. His mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. So 3 little monkeys were jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. Well, his mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. So 2 little monkeys were jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. His mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. So how many monkeys do we have left? Just one. One little monkey was jumping on the bed. When she fell off, oh, she bumped her head. Well, her mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. So let's have a story not about monkeys, but about a frog. This is called I Took My Frog to the Library. It's written by Eric Kimmel and illustrated by Blanche Sims. Do you think you should bring a frog to the library? I don't think so. This is published by Puffin Books. I took my frog to the library, but he jumped up on the checkout desk and scared the librarian. I took my hen to the library, but she laid an egg in the card catalog, which would be very hard to do now because most libraries don't even have card catalogs. But I don't think a chicken should lay an egg in the library. I took my pelican to the library, but he hid the dictionary in his pouch and no one could find it. I took my python. Do you know what a python is? Can you tell by the picture? Yes, he's a snake, a very long snake. I took my python to the library, but she shed her skin all over the picture books. I took my giraffe to the library, but he tried to read over everybody's shoulder. How rude. I took my hyena to the library, but he laughed so loud during story time that nobody could hear the story. I took my elephant to the library. Now, my elephant is very well behaved. She stacked her books neatly at the checkout desk. She asked the librarian's help when she needed it. She listened to the story and laughed in all the right places. But my elephant is very big. So big. So big. So big. She wrecked the library. The librarian said, "Oh, Bridget, you are always welcome in the library, but the next time you come to the library, please leave your animals at home." So whenever I go to the library, my frog stays home. There he is right there. My hen stays home. My pelican stays home. My python stays home. My giraffe stays home. My hyena stays home. What about the elephant? And my elephant reads to them. I think that was very nice of that elephant, don't you? Well, can we do a finger play about some frogs this time? So put up your 5 fingers for each one of the frogs, and you're going to use your arm to be the log that they like to sit on. And they're going to be very hungry. So here we go. 5 green and speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating some most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. Now one jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are 4 green speckled frogs. Glub, glub. 4 green and speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating some most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are 3 green speckled frogs. Glub, glub. 3 green and speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating some most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are two green speckled frogs. Glub, glub. Two green and speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating some most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there is one green speckled frog. Glub, glub. Now for this last verse, I'd like us to sing it very fast. We've done it 4 times, so I hope you know the words. And be sure to listen at the end because there's a surprise. One green and speckled frog sat on a speckled log, eating some most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. Now he jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are no green speckled frogs. If there are no frogs, there can't be any ribbits. Well, let's have a story about another child who goes to the library. This is Lola at the library. We have a number of books about Lola, written by Anna McQuinn and illustrated by Rosalie Beardshaw, and published by Charlesbridge. Let's see, she's got 1, 2, 3, I think 4 books. Lola loves Tuesdays. Oh, today's Tuesday. On Tuesdays, Lola and her mommy go to the library. The library opens at 9 o'clock, but Lola is ready to go long before that. She puts all the books she borrowed last week in her backpack. Her library card is also very important. When you get to be 5, you can get your own library card here. The library is not very far away, so Lola and her mommy always walk there. Sometimes they meet friends along the way. Lola and her mommy give back the books from last week. The librarian buzzes them through the machine. There is a special section in the library just for children. It's really cool. Nobody ever says, shh. Sometimes they're singing, just like we just did. Lola knows all the words and the hands for Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Sometimes there is story time. Lola loves that. After story time, Lola chooses her books. In the library, she can have any book she wants. Lola likes stories with bears and anything with shoes. There are so many, it takes ages to choose. Mommy has some books too. The librarian buzzes them through the machine and then stamps the date inside. We don't do that, we give you a receipt. Lola must bring them back in 2 weeks, but she will probably be back for more long before then. Lola and her mommy always get a snack after visiting the library. Mommy has a cappuccino, and Lola has juice. And whenever Lola has been good, her mommy lets her taste the foam. It tickles her nose. Then it's time to go home again. Every night, after Lola is tucked in bed, her mommy reads a story. It's the best way to end the day. Do you do that too? Read a story before you go to bed? I like to do that. Let's do the finger play that Lola was doing in her library visit. Can you make your hand go like this? And we're going to be twinkle, twinkle, little star, okay? Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are, up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Nicely done. Let's have one more friend go to the library. This is Maisie Goes to the Library by Lucy Cousins. Oh, Maisie has a library card. This is published by Candlewick Press. Maisie likes going to the library. She loves to read a book in a nice, quiet place. Today, Maisie wanted to read a book about fish. She found a blue book about birds. And she found an orange stripy book about tigers, but no fish. So Maisie kept looking. There are lots of other things to do in the library too. You can use a computer, listen to music, make copies of your favorite picture. You might even be able to look at fish in the aquarium. Aquarium, that's it. So Maisie looked by the aquarium, and that's where she found a book about fish. It was sparkly. Maisie sat down to read her book in a quiet corner, and then Cyril and Tallulah came in. Tallulah made a funny face, and they all started laughing. And then Eddie came in. "Story time," he shouted. Ostrich is going to tell a story over in the story corner. But that was Maisie's quiet corner. "There was an old woman who swallowed a fly," Ostrich began, and Charlie started laughing. "She swallowed a dog to catch the cat," Ostrich read, and now everybody was laughing. "Woof, woof, ha, 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 meow." They were still laughing when they checked out their books and went outside to play. In the park, Cyril and Charlie pretended to be the old woman and her dog. Woof, woof. Tallulah meowed like a cat, and Eddie neighed like a horse. And Maisie? Well, Maisie read her sparkly book about fish in a nice, quiet place. Well, can you wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes? Can you wiggle your shoulders and how about your nose? Can you wiggle your elbows and slap your knees and stretch your arms? You might even want to stand up and stretch. And then get ready, please, because it's time for something on the flannel board. And of course, it's going to have to be about a library. And do you know who works in a library? Well, a person like me. And I'm called a librarian. So this is going to be Mrs. Ferris on the flannel board. And this is a bug that's going to be on Mrs. Ferris. Well, there's a bug on Mrs. Ferris, and it's crawling on her shoe. Oh, it's crawling on her shoe. Oh, what will she do? There's a bug on Mrs. Ferris, and it's crawling on her pants. Oh, that bug on her pants has us all in a trance. There's a bug on Mrs. Ferris, and it's crawling on her shirt. It's crawling on her shirt. Oh, I hope it doesn't hurt. There's a bug on Mrs. Ferris, and it's crawling on her, where's it going now? Her neck. Oh my goodness. Everybody check. It's crawling on her neck. There's a bug on Mrs. Ferris, and it's crawling on her face. Oh Oh, what a big disgrace. That bug is crawling on her face. There's a bug on Mrs. Ferris and it's crawling on her nose. Oh, what do you suppose? It's crawling on her nose. But then, ah! Screamed Mrs. Ferris, and the bug went down, down, down. And there's a bug on the floor, and it's crawling out the door. Bye-bye, bug. Whew, said Mrs. Ferris. Well, those are our stories all about libraries and books today. So we hope you'll come back and join me and Violet for more stories next time.